Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Purpose Driven Live Sports, and I'm back here for another NBA video. So, today, Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So, I already gave you guys my guide to the Finals yesterday. I already gave you guys my Finals predictions. Once again, I'm going to tell you guys I'm going with Golden State. I'm going with Golden State because of their experience, because they've been here before, because they've been battle-tested, and to me, going through what they're going through without Kevin Durant's going to make them stronger. They're really coming together. And also another good sign for me is that Kevin Durant is going to be there. I don't know if he's going to be at the game, but I do know he's going to be in Toronto. So that gives him a chance to do probably some on-court work in the 2 days between Game 1 and 2. But this game, we're probably going to see a lot of different guys come off the bench for Golden State. Especially, I know Quinn Cook probably just because of the rest that they give Steph Curry. Sean Livingston, Alfonso McKinney. I think Jordan Bell, he played so well in the Portland series, they're going to probably bring him off the bench. I know Demarcus Cousins is active for Game 1, so I think what Golden State's probably going to do is they might play him. They might start him at the first 5 minutes and then, take him out. I see him probably playing in a periodic role, not too many minutes, but he's going to have to find a way to work himself back into it. So the thing they could also do is just play him in the second unit, It's not a lot of I don't think there's too many options for Golden State because of the thing is it's not the regular season. This is the playoffs, so you can't just really throw them into the fire and just be like, okay, go work yourself out. This is where the games are critical. It's where if you make mistakes, it's costly. So they're going to experiment and see what they can do. And for Toronto, we already know what they have. We already know they got Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry, Marcus Gasol, Pascal Siakam, Serge Ibaka. Danny Green, he's got to work himself out, get back to shooting well. Norman Powell's been playing excellent ever since Fred VanVleet's son was born. He learned how to shoot again. So, what's the interesting thing is going to be is can Toronto limit their mistakes and not leave Golden State shooters open? Because what Golden State's really good at is using those screens, using the split action cuts, the post entries, all that stuff to get open shots and to run off of screens. And a lot of times, as good as teams play defense, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson still find themselves open. So can they limit those mistakes? They're probably going to try to top block screens, probably switch everything. But that might not work in their favor because Golden State also has become adept at, having the screener just back cut or slip the pick instead and just get open shots at the basket. And they're probably going to try to slow the game down. That's probably the best thing to do because running with Golden State, to me, it never works. Houston's tried it, doesn't work. You can win games by it, but you're not going to win a series because Golden State finds different ways to execute because they don't need to always run. But they don't have Kevin Durant, so what they're doing is they're keeping up pace because their half-court offense is different when he's not there. They're finding great shots. To me, Golden State's defense has also turned it up, and even in games in Portland where they have gone down by 17, 18, and 17, what they did was their defense got them back into it when they went on long stretches where they weren't allowing baskets or they had possessions where they were getting turnovers. So Golden State not only can play a whole game that way, but they can also do it in certain spurts. Because as a great team, you have to be able to turn it on and off and know when to, know when to turn it up in the right moments. Not to say that they don't play defense at all sometimes, but they know when to really ratchet it up. Another thing is home crowds are going to be a huge advantage. I mean, it's going to be a big advantage for both teams. I say more so in Golden State's favor, even though this is Toronto's first chance in the finals. The crowd's going to be going crazy. Everybody outside is going to be going crazy. It's going to be a great atmosphere, I believe. The series is probably going to have, all the games are probably going to be close. I don't see many blowouts. It could be one blowout per team. I think each team's going to have a blowout. But to me, Golden State's crowd, to me, is the bigger advantage, and here's why. Because the way that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson shoot, they get a string of shots going together, and when they start going together, this crowd detonates like nothing I've ever seen. This crowd gets so into it, which is why you see them many times when they're down or when they're up. Steph Curry raises his level. Klay Thompson, he gets into it with the crowd. So this, to me, Golden State also, when the series turns to Golden State, it's going to be critical because if Toronto's down 0-2, or even if they're tied 1-1, to me that's bad news. If Toronto really wants to have a chance to win the series, they have to be up 2-0, which I don't see happening. I see they could possibly win one game, but I can see Golden State just making this a short series because as much as people want to say it's about length and the great defense of Toronto, well, I'm gonna have I don't know this. I'm gonna say this. Toronto to me got a kind of lucky last series because Milwaukee, the Bucks had a tough time knocking down open shots for some unknown reason. There were open shots at numerous times in all the games where they just missed. And there were times when they were making, and then they went on stretches where they missed a lot. They missed a lot more than on stretches where they made some. Golden State is not a team like that. What Golden State does is they knock down open shots. If you give them opportunities, they will knock it down more than any other team. That's who they are. This team does not. They don't miss on opportunities. So once again, the keys to me before I leave this video is the matchups. It's probably going to be in Toronto's favor because they can do a lot of switching around. But Golden State, they come up with different ways to exploit what you want to do. So if you want to switch everything, if you want to top block the screens, they find ways to kind of minimize that effect by putting different people in different positions to succeed. I'll say that. Also, home crowd is probably going to be a big advantage for both teams on both sides. It's going to be really fun to watch and see how the crowd reacts. I say Golden State's crowd is going to be more to an advantage than Toronto's because as good as the Raptors are, they don't really have people, to me, who really can, kind of get the crowd going, get the crowd into it, or get the crowd to detonate. As in, you get a string of shots together, they go bananas. Golden State, the Warriors have that home crowd in Oracle Arena, and plus it's the last season they're going to be playing in this arena. You can bet your ass that crowd is going to be into it in games 3, 4, and game 6 if it goes to game 6. So it's going to do it for this video. This is my preview for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. I want to thank you guys for listening. I hope all you guys tune in. To me, this is Golden State's, to me, best matchup since the 2016 Finals because the last two, we already knew it was a foregone conclusion that they were going to win because of Kevin Durant. This may present a big challenge for Golden State, which I think Golden State's going to pull it through. Honestly, I don't see anything to really worry about. I think people keep thinking people are really overthinking this. Like they overthought in the Houston series. There's nothing to overthink. Golden State finds different ways to succeed. They find different ways to overcome things. So, but this is my preview for Game 1 of the Finals. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.